So what's most important in life? Well, what do people need? They need good health care, right? We need a sense of community. People want to feel they belong to family, church, organizations. We need a safe place to sleep at night. We need food. But aside from that, we also need education. Why do we need education? Well, even if it doesn't help us with employment, maybe it'll help us make better decisions. Maybe when someone's trying to scam us, we'll figure out that we won't get scammed. And even if it doesn't help you that much with your employment, which it usually does, but not always, you understand everything when you read the newspapers. And like for me, I work in 3 hospitals. If I read something on the internet and it talks about some sort of, if you take the vaccine for COVID, you'll never have children, or something stupid, and I'll read it. I know it's fake. But some people, if they don't have enough education, they might say, oh, I'm so worried. And they don't trust this big agency of 1,000 scientists and doctors that say one thing, and then one crazy person says another thing, and they believe that person. Well, the people from the agency, it's sort of boring to read their stuff, 0.07% of this, and the statistics of this median rating, it's like really boring, they don't read it. But the other guy that's trying to get famous on YouTube so he can get some money, don't say something, really exciting, and it'll sound really good, but he's all alone, and nobody's backing him up. And then you can't do much about that unless you're a senator or president or somebody rich. But knowing all the big picture and then looking around Dumaguete with friends and family, we can do things every day, do something that I try to do every day, even if it's small. Sometimes I clean Caesar's toilet. He doesn't know, but he can't see very good, so I clean his toilet. I clean his windows. I don't clean the bush. I just clean his windows. But then maybe the most important thing are the questions that we don't have answers for. So if we wake up in the morning and we think of the right questions, that's heading us in the right direction. How can we live longer? How can we have better governments globally? Or how can we protect our oceans? Excuse me. How can we, I don't have COVID, I've got 4 jets, don't believe me. How can we prevent the next pandemic? How do we help young people with addictions? Or old people with addictions? How do we develop critical thinking skills so we're not gullible to swallow misinformation from the internet? So the questions are important. We may not have all the answers, but if we have the right questions, that's going to lead us in the right direction. Good deeds include volunteer your time at local schools, especially environmental and service clubs. Join any organizations doing good things. Just because we're not working, it's a pandemic, you want to volunteer. Volunteering needs to improve in the Philippines. It's strong in some countries. Everybody volunteers. Nobody's supposed to sit around and play video games all day. We actually have an organization that helps you find volunteer jobs. And then the person goes and volunteers, they meet people, they get out of home, they have a purpose, they have learn job skills, they learn social skills, they get recommendations from people. So if volunteering was improved in the Philippines, it would be strong in the Philippines. If people don't volunteer, there's no jobs and they're not in school, it's whatever. So, recognize the humanity of other people and respect their dignity, even though they are different from you. Now, does that sound Unitarian? That's in the church, that's in the newspaper. So I always put Unitarian stuff in the newspaper, right? I cheat. I don't say I'm Unitarian. I don't tell them what's Unitarian thinking. And then I said, God made everyone different. Trust his plan. God made everybody different. Trust his plan. Now, there's people in the newspaper very strict Catholics, and this is just exactly the way it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to be homosexual. You're not supposed to be different. You're supposed to be this way. But I just put it in there and say it's, and he doesn't do anything, but it stays in there. So God made everybody different. Trust his plan. I put a capital H in there. So I'm always putting in Unitarian Universal stuff in the newspaper, but they don't even know it. Create less garbage, conserve water, get active and make it better. One more thing. So, Abraham Maslow, Dr. Abraham Maslow, so he wrote it out this way. So I told him this way, he wrote it out this way. This is a cool thing that he made. Anybody seen this hierarchy of needs in the pyramid before? Just one, two people. So anyway, here's how it works. So Abraham Maslow says first on the bottom of our pyramid, our life pyramid, physical needs, food, water, shelter, and then we want to feel safe. So this is physical needs, we want to feel safe. Then we have those, we want to feel belonging to some sort of group, love, belonging to some sort of organization, be part of something, you know. And then if people don't have this good family or good organizations, then they join like terrorist groups or something because they want. And then it's easy if they don't have these things, but they're hungry and the terrorist group gives them money or food, you know, then they can play on. So, but if they have these things, if you have these physical needs met, so they got to get more water, and then they have to be farmers and stuff, and more access to sell their food, safety, and good family. The chance of you being a terrorist or whatever, small. Then you have good self-esteem. So after you have good self-esteem, share all these things. Abraham Maslow says, who you are inside and what you're doing outside is matched.